Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to another glorious day here at the Tango Hotel. That's right, boys. We have returned. Whoa. And we're back with more Rogue Traitor. That's right, Warhammer 40k. I am ready to jump right into this. I am ready to level up. So on that note, my dudes, please join together with the most glorious of kumbayas by grabbing your cup, your mug, your glass, perhaps even take your chalice or a stein, maybe a canteen, jug, a flask, a vessel of any kind. You fill it with your favorite fluid. That's right, I like my morning coffee. It's deliciously, magnificently Tango made. And join me now, friends, for the gloriousness, the stupendosity, the absolute awesome sauceness that is the simultaneous sin. And it's happening right freaking now. Go! Sipping so good, you gotta do it twice. Oh! Alright. Let's jump right in, boys. Yes, sir. You ready to rock and roll? I'm ready to rock and roll. We just whooped ass on this prison planetoid, and then I had to, like, roll out. So now it is time, friends, for the level up of awesomeness. Let's go. Alright, what do I get? I get a talent. Okay. And we also get a skill. Oh, okay, I see. Ooh, 50. Commerce is 55. Lore Imperium, Lore Warp. It's that's a little low. We might go with that. Anyway, Blood of Zamatas. Whenever an ally uses a heroic act, that ally gains temporary wounds equal to 10%. I think this is going to be a good one, because we do use heroic acts a lot. That ally gains a bonus to their perception and ballistic skill equal to 3. So it's 2 plus the officer's resolve divided by 2. So if I'm doing Word of the Emperor, yeah, the problem is they have to be in range of my officer abilities. But see, here's the thing. It doesn't say whenever the officer uses an officer ability, when it uses an ability. Inspire Courage. First time in a round, they gain 10-6 temporary wounds. That actually sounds good too. I might go with that one. That ally's resolve is increased by 1 until the end of the officer's next turn. Stacks and is prolonged until the end of the officer's next turn each time it stacks. The officer's resolve is increased by 3. It just sucks because there's no stat that shows you what your resolve is. I haven't found it yet anyway. Right? Affected by armor's ability or talent grants temporary wounds. That ally's armor is increased by 10%. That's pretty cool. What other talents do I get? Wait. Do I get Psyker talents? Ooh, okay. Okay, we're probably going to get Psyker talents. The officer's next attack will cause 0 AP. I almost never attack. Oh, yeah, a buff. That's what I do. Resistance tests. That's pretty good. That's really cool. So it's basically plus 6 to all stats. Stand witness. The next officer's next archetype ability does not grant an extra turn. Interesting. 5 fellowship. Huh. That's kind of weird. Get fellowship in the middle of combat? Okay. For every action point gained until the end of combat. That seems really good, too. Whenever an ally starts a turn, including an extra turn, adjacent to the officer. Okay. Seize the initiative. 12% damage if they have not acted yet this combat. 10 willpower and 10 fellowship if they have less than 50% of their maximum wounds. Target that has less than 50%. Stack with each other, but do not stack with themselves. So 20 Force weapons, enforce reality. The usage of a heroic act by the Psyker decreases Veil degradation by 4. Inspired Soul. Costs no AP but deals direct damage to the Psyker equals 25% next. Psychic power does not trigger psychic phenomena or perils of the warp, and will not degradate. I'm assuming when fighting chaos, the perils of the warp shit comes up a lot more, huh? Well, psychic barrage. Psyker uses a psychic power on the target. There's 6 cells from farther from the Psyker. Didn't I already grab? Second sight. Have their range increased by +4? Yes, I did. Okay. Psychic powers used each turn increases Veil degradation by 2 points less. That one is going to be pretty cool. Edge of Dawn. Suffer 10% more damage. Hymns of Hatred. Yeah, but it's only critical damage. Some of these are like so cool, but they're like so niche. It feels... Critical hit chances increased by 4. That's okay. I don't have anything that does that. I have direct damage and other things. So this would basically be useless for me. Never mind. So I have to be level 14 to get Psyker Majoris? Wow, that's a lot of fucking levels, man. I think I'm going to go with 3 damage. If they're 6 cells or 6 further away, we're going to go with damage. Damn, I don't get another one. And, So basically 3 more levels until I get another talent. So do I get more damage or do I get the one that lowers Veil degradation? I'm going to do damage. Yeah, we're going to do damage. There's 6 cells or further away. Okay, I got to make sure to remember that. And then I think we're going to grab Carouse. Or excuse me, Persuasion. Yeah, always Persuasion. Always with the talkie-talkie. Always. Our Seneschal. What are we going to get you, buddy? You can't choose Athletics. You already have this feature? Oh. I guess we'll give you Medicae. Yeah, Medicae. And then let's go all. He's got Thick Skin, Blade Flurry. Each use of Slash increases the damage dealt by Slash until the end of combat. Epicenter of Slaughter. It does suck that you can only receive 5. Even though, like, it just seems so weird, doesn't it? They gain +1 stack of epicenter until combat. So if you get stacked 5 times, you always get, every turn you get 5 hit points, and that's it. That just seems kind of meh. Every enemy this combat. Stacks up to 3 times until he actually dodges. Nice. Single shot attack or melee attack against the target. The warrior gains 15% armor from attacks made on that target. Ugh. Like I said, some of them just feel so meh. Does not stack, but can be reactivated after another attack. Okay, so that one's kind of good. If they attack him, he gets +5 damage. No allies. Critical damage is increased by... What's up, girl? Is increased by 8% against enemies not armed with a melee weapon. Okay. 13% crit chance. I'm kind of thinking epicenter of slaughter, honestly. Because that means every turn he'll basically have like 5 HP essentially. Right? He's already got field medic. Damage deflection is increased by 1 until the warrior's next turn. That's pretty cool. Harden scars whenever he's hit, but it requires him to be hit first. Ooh, +9 damage when you use charge. That's crazy. So, I'm assuming archetype ability is like charge, right? Huh. That's cool. But he has to parry. There are no enemies adjacent to the warrior at the start of the turn. His damage is increased by 8 for 1 melee attack. Charge and push. Okay. Charge distance by 3 cells. We're going with that one. Yep. Bam. We'll get Endure next. We'll go that route next. All right, she gets literally fucking 2 talents. Holy shit. Expose weakness costs 0. Reduces enemy's toughness and willpower for 1 round. %15 damage if they have an exploit and are farther than 10 cells. That's probably good. Whoa. And they ignore enemy deflection. Ooh. If it has 2 or more exploits, the target suffers 1 additional exploit. Continuous analysis. That actually seems pretty good too. Inflict despair. Huh. Whoa. 1% hit chance and crit chance. That seems pretty good. Okay. Here's the thing, though. I think I'm going to get this one. The crit chance is really good. 15% crit at the beginning of every combat. 7 armor pin. The 9th successful dodge or parry. Grants the Psyker 2 additional AP on the next turn. The first dodge attempt for every enemy in the combat suffers a negative 14% penalty. When the ally suffers a critical hit, it becomes a normal hit instead, and the unnatural focus is removed. Okay. At the end of the next turn, Aftershock. Ooh, all enemies gain -5, but it's the 6th use. It's like, oof. %10 more damage if they're blinded, stunned, immobilized, or prone. I think I'm actually going to give her... Huh. Oh, that's the, does not provoke. Psychic power costs 1, -1 action point. It's either that one or we're going to go with... Advice and guidance. That seems pretty good too. I thought she had one that maybe she already has it. I'm going to do advice and guidance. That seems pretty good. And then we're going to do enforce reality too. I'm going to have a bunch of psychers on my team. I might as well have stuff that reduces veil degradation. Ooh, that's pretty good. Exploit surroundings. The soldier gains 8% crit hit chance. So it's just 8% crit chance. Straight up. Right? I'm reading that right? And then it's 16 if she's in cover. Ooh, combat Medicaid is good, though. The first hit of each ranged burst attack deals an additional damage equal to the weapon's current rate of fire. Whew. Medium armor does not reduce dodge. Can be used with 2 kills instead of 3. Guaranteed critical hit against that enemy. Ooh. That sounds flashy. Okay. So, I think we're just going to give unpredictable. Soldier gains 8% chance to crit. Bonuses doubled against enemies from which the soldier is protected by cover at the moment of attack. Okay. Yep, we're going for that one. And then she's already got 65 demo. Medicaid. Awareness. Idra. Yeah, we'll continue to level up demolition. All right. The frickin' mutant. Let's go. Another talent. Whenever an ally uses an heroic act, that ally, no, this range of the officer increased by 3. She also does not get, she gets a skill. Okay. Oh. Dude. 3 additional movement points. When an ally in combat gains an extra turn, the navigator gains a stacking 5 willpower bonus. What is her perception? 55? 30 agility? That seems pretty good. Her dodge is agility. So if we grabbed that, she would have an insane amount of dodge, right? Yeah, she would get 2 extra. So she'd have like 50 dodge. Heal 6 wounds at the beginning of every turn. Gain 10% armor. This armor is reduced by the amount of veil degradation. This is the thing. There's so many abilities to grab. It's crazy. I'm gonna go pass unscathed. Pass unscathed. Increase her dodge by her perception. She doesn't need either one of those. Like, literally nobody needs any persuasion. Growls, maybe? Toughness skill. Let's level up her awareness. Yeah, we'll do awareness. And our crazy bladed lady. Medicae? Medicae. Yeah, it's either that or athletics, right? Yeah, Medicae. And then she gets talents. Dance of Blood. Stand on blood-covered cells. I think we're gonna go Dance of Thorns. Because she dodges and parries quite a bit, I'm pretty sure. Right? Could go with that. Give her 5 agility, ballistic skill. Give her 5 weapon skill. Oh, here we go. Enemies gain no melee superiority. Bam. Easy, baby. Easy. Look, she has fucking 80 dodge, dude. 70% parry. Like, it's crazy. She's crazy, man. Crazy. All right, let's look at, let's see what we can do. Mew does not stir, bound in shackles, most holy prophet, and optimate, Atians, whatever. First displays, however, does not appear to be anything of note. Lovely. Your eyes drawn to the shards of enormous lens scattered around the broken device. At first, you are uncertain as to what troubles you, but suddenly the realization hits you. The glass shimmers in a unique way, the same way as the shards of an unknown broken object you found near Theodora von Valencia's desk. What's the matter, Lord Captain? What are you so interested in? Albert trails off when he notices what you are looking at, instantly making the connection. By the Imperium Saints, it cannot be! Idra bites her lip. I see it too. Whatever that thing in her study was, it was made of the same material as this junk. What? What? Albert is at a loss for words. He takes a moment to collect himself, and all at once, they start pouring out in a hasty sputter. It's a mistake. Slander, meant to blemish the good name of the person who is now dead and cannot even defend herself. First, those minions of the archenemy murdered the Lord Captain Theodora, and now, this cannot be tolerated! It will not be tolerated! I just realized my hair is just almost sticking straight up. Okay. Come on now, Albert. Remember what she was like? Idra's smile betrays her grief, but at the same time, strangely knowing. Brazen, assertive. It was like her entire life was a race against fate, until fate caught up with her in the end. She would have gone headfirst into a black hole if she had thought it would put her even one step ahead of everyone else out in the expanse. If we could just find out what she was keeping in her desk and why she went to get it during the attack. Sister Argentia, beautiful face is full of grief. How bitter it is to know that you were born from bad blood, but do not let this knowledge drag you into darkness. Perception test succeeded. Ooh. What do we got here? Ah. Wait, why is it... She's the one that passed it? Okay. Sister's word ring with a genuine, sincere hope that you be blessed with the worthier fate. She does not appear to be shocked by the news of Theodora's possible heresy. She is a rogue traitor. Life must be so easy for you sanctimonious preachers. A dubious trinket, and you no longer see a person, you see bad blood. An annoying hindrance. There's enough venom in Idra's voice to poison an entire regiment. Argentia recoils, but for the next moment her dark eyes ignite with fury. How dare you admonish me? We are speaking of abetting the archenemy. A person who has tainted themselves thus can never justify their actions. Sure, why go through all the trouble of making sense of anything when you could just label them a heretic and call it a day? Except, dear friend, I seem to remember that you don't mind Theodora so much while you were aboard her ship. You didn't leave her side for even a moment. She rescued you, aided you, and your adoration wilted the moment you heard an accusation sullying her memory. You weren't surprised or upset. You just gave up on her and moved on. Ho, look at that one. Oh, you were walking a fine line between outright heresy and the barrel of a bolter. Shut your mouth before I shut it for you. Oh. I'm half tempted to say number 3, man. I will not allow the name of the Von Valencius family to be defamed by such words. However, she's right. The danger of heresy cannot be overstated. Lord Captain, I'm not excusing heresy. I just don't want to believe Theodora would be involved in it. That all the good she did can be so easily crossed out by a single word. Yeah, I didn't even get any stuff for that. Outside structure indicates some regular occurring natural phenomenon, possibly poisonous gas emissions. I thought I got this loot last time we were here. I guess not. Ooh, damn. Melted charge, force grenade, and fire grenades. Nades, baby, nades. Just regular old axes, flak chestplate, and a lasgun. Okay.
Know your duty.
What we got? Stub revolver. Crippled man's appearance is ghastly, and yet it was evident he was cared for after his mutilation. Axe. Noble sword. One-hand melee weapon. Light. 7 to 12. Attacks with this sword cost plus 1 AP. Alright, let's look at this. So it's a little less damage. On hit, the sword inflicts disturbed effect on the target for the next 2 rounds. If the target of the attack is already suffering from the disturbed effect, the attack deals an additional plus 4 damage to the target. It has plus 10 to parry. Black chestplate. And improved body glove. We'll check that out in just a second. Okay. Go with the inventory. Does not have dodge reduction. It also doesn't make weapon skill go down when hit, and it doesn't have plus 10 parry. Huh. What are we wielding? Foe hammer. Oh yeah, that's right. It's a rending shotgun. Disturbed effect for like 6 damage is nothing to. But 2 AP, man, that's wicked. Yeah, that's wicked. Wield of the staff gains the consign ability. The ability also is available in its heroic act and desperate measure. It also gives 5 perception. So, consign. Requires 0 AP, 1 enemy creature within 10 cells, cooldown 1 round, hit chance 100%. Then, oh, what? Automatic critical hit. Fuck yeah, dude. Bitch! Excuse me, witch! You better take that shit. In fact, I think I'm just gonna give her both staves. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Hell yeah! 2 staves. That's how it's done, baby. That is how it's done. I'm actually surprised you can unequip the bolter from her. Yeah. Got a shotgun. Las gun. Yeah, so none of them are exactly... Look at the dodge reduction on that. Let me check this out. So it's actually more damage. It also has Deadeye shot. Well, that's interesting. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I'll give him a fire grenade. That should be fun. He's got a shotgun pistol and a las gun. It's like, I almost never need a you know what? Let's go with this. Yeah, let's do that. That sword looks fucking cool, dude. And it will allow me to, I guess if I'm going up against something that doesn't have a lot of dodge, it might be good. It has less damage, though. The problem is that it's one of those deals where the disturbed effect. What does this do? Negative penalty to willpower and fellowship. Oh, it does lower enemies thing. That's cool. Because plus 10, so yeah, it's basically the same thing. 10% parry minus the weapon skill. It just costs 1 more AP, and it doesn't have the dodge, and it has less armor pen. Okay. That is definitely doable. So we're gonna go. I actually don't know why I'm doing this. I'm going to give her a las gun. Just in case she needs it. And I kind of don't want to put these in the cargo because they're going to disappear. But there's nowhere else really to put them. So. Okay. So we also got an improved body glove, right? So this is better for armor, but it gives her +5 agility. That's way better than hers. Same there. I'm wearing a fucking carapace chest plate, so they can suck it. I think I'm gonna give it to her. Yeah, not a big fan of the witch, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Like, almost every time I see the "shut your mouth, witch," I kind of want to say it. Because she is getting on my fucking nerves. But it's not horribly bad. There's still a guard up there. Let's just send one person. And yeah, that's what I thought. Lovely. Oh, also, still 20 of 45, huh? All right. there anything else we need? That's the way. Nope, that looks about it. Okay, let's get out of here. We're out, boys! Back to the ship.
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
And we'll go tell the pilot, what's up? Your ladyship, the rebellion has been crushed, and I have news of your lord. She anxiously pitches forward. Is Lord Winterscale alive? Is he all right? He is safe and in one piece. I shall receive him as a guest on my ship, so ready the shuttle. No, he is alive but badly wounded. Help my people get him to my ship. There are glimmers of panic in the pilot's gaze, but she quickly pulls herself together. It'll be done immediately. Thank you for letting me know, your ladyship. There we go. Sweet. To the void ship. Permission to report, Lord Captain. Over the past few days, I've received several messages from different decks complaining about anomalous behaviors in the ship's cogitators and servers. The machine spirits are restless and rebellious, and no tech litany or ritual of pacification can rid them of this obstinate. What? Obstinacy? Obstinate? What the fuck is that? Hang on. Un momento, por favor. I need to look this word up. Obstinacy. Obstinacy? Obstinacy refers to the quality of being unreasonable. Stubbornness, okay. Obstinacy. Okay, there we go. Got it. Gotcha. Alright. Obstinacy. The tech priest can deal with the vessel systems, but the servitors, they make errors in their tasks, disobey orders, and change assigned rituals. It sometimes downright freeze as if in a trance. A click comes through on the Vox channel, followed by a weary sigh. Lord Captain, occurrences of such as these are caused by errors in the cogitator's calculations, or have some other sensible explanation. I beseech you, do not take after those who whisper about the ship being cursed or possessed. Idra joins the channel and chimes in playfully. Oh, don't start, old man. All these peculiar happenings have long since turned into local legends. A door slams shut. A lumen starts flickering. Folk have grown used to all that. So our resident ghost has decided to up the ante. I'm telling you, these things are only going to get worse from here. The technomats have inspected the servitors and concluded they pose no danger. According to the servants of the Omnissiah, such behavior is caused by either the echoes of minds not completely eliminated or by manifestations of the machine spirit's will. Nevertheless, the faulty servitors make the crew's task considerably more difficult. In High Factorum, Janris Danrock would like to discuss how he should deal with the defective property. He is awaiting your audience on the bridge. Okay, void ship management. We didn't get any more scrap. I'm just going to keep upgrading the hull. I don't see why we wouldn't. We don't have any more stuff. I didn't click any of these last time. We have no experience with the ship either, so. 115 for the next one. I'm kind of hesitant to spend it all. All right. Let's see what our resident noble has to say for himself. I do love how everybody believes in machine spirits. It's so fucking funny to me. I absolutely love it. All right, where is his ass? Is that him? Yes. Error, 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 error. All right, what's up, buddy? High Factorum, Generous Danrock greets you with a cool smile and the merest hint of a bow. Pleasure to see you, Lord Captain. How may I be of assistance? He is one fat fuck, isn't he? I do like that gun, though. That's a nice gun. It's a nice gun you got there, buddy. Oh, here we go. Okay. You've informed me there's a problem with the servitors. What has happened? You see, your ladyship, the ship's servitors have been malfunctioning of late. Their volatile protocols interrupted their tasks, observe crew members for long periods of time, and move erratically with no measured meaning or purpose. He nervously pulls on his luxurious frock coat as if they were uncomfortably tight. Had it been a routine technical fault, I would have decided the fate of these servitors myself, but I deemed it necessary to notify you. I do not wish to hide such irregularities from the Lord Captain. Oh, he's playing politics, I see. You wish to observe the servitors' unusual behavior before you decide their fate. This can be arranged. The majority of the defective units have been delivered to one of the storage compartments pending your decision. You know what? Okay, let's go. Lower decks material report tech phenomena that was observed during the Lord Captain's visits. The world of high-effects room. When her ladyship arrived on the scene, she found the servitors in the same position that they assumed after they had been corralled into the bay, all standing in long, spiraling line facing the center of their strange formation. The moment her ladyship crossed the threshold of the bay gate, the bodies jerked into motion. All as one, as if obeying command, the servitors turned to face the Lord Captain. The technomats tasked with overseeing the defective units even reached for their weapons, but the servitors just went still as abruptly, staring at her ladyship with vacant eyes. All present held their breath. Disturbed by the sight, we waited for the Lord Captain to speak. Her ladyship, Hope von Valentius. Can I save it? I did save it before I did this. Let's take several steps toward them. Immediately, the servitors, each and every one of them, stepped toward the Lord Captain in perfect unison. They mimicked her movements with frightening precision. The rogue trader halted in place and, after a moment of thought, waved her hand, and the servitors, just as synchronously, is that how you say it? Synchronously? I'm assuming that's how. Repeated that gesture as well. When the Lord Captain turned quizzically to the technomats, so did the servitors, as if mocking her. Whatever the Lord Captain did, be it incline her head, a wave of a hand, or step to the side, the defective units repeated it without a moment's delay of hesitation, like grotesque marionettes controlled by unseen puppeteer. We observed this mime unfold in distress, bafflement, for nearly a minute until the servitors finally came to a stop. Not sensing any threat, the rogue trader approached them with competence. The Lord Captain examined the servitors. As High Factorum, it was I who promoted the entire inspection, and thus it was my duty to follow the Lord Captain. As we stepped closer, we noticed a fascinating irregularity. The servers' pupils, normally still, were shaking wildly. Their bulging veins were pulsating under their copper collars, inscribed with their past offenses. It was as if those mindless half-machines were locked in a perpetual state. Perpetual state of extreme tension. A visibly shaken technomat behind us proposed that the human souls had awakened within the servitors' bodies after a long slumber deep within their lobotomized brains. Formerly bereft of intelligence, they had attained awareness, feeling, and understanding. After a pause, the technomat added that the servitors used to function properly and that no one had been able to explain the change in their behavior. Her gaze still trained on the motionless but animate half machines and half people, Lord Captain. I want to do it, dude, because it's so cool, but stepped away from the servitors. All present held their breath, disturbed by the sight. We waited for the Lord Captain. Her Ladyship Von Valencius. I guess we're back to this, huh? Demanded a report. The Technomat's long-winded and detailed report could have summarized in a single key point. Despite the servitors' abnormal behavior, they were still quite capable of carrying out tasks, and therefore the circumstances did not call for termination. Okay, order one of the servitors disassembled and its components investigated. A group of Technomats hurried to act upon the Lord Captain's command. The servitors' mechanical parts separated with clicks, snaps, and hisses. The sutures between its wrinkled pale flesh, and its augments were laid disgustingly bare. We watched the Technomats do their work and could see every centimeter of the servitor's stiff muscles, abounding with valves and cavities pierced by countless cords and tubes. The disassembly and analysis complete, the Technomats concurred. The unit is in working order. Nothing in the dissected body that lay before us could provide any insight into the reason they were defective. I should make note of one more thing. At that moment, all of us present discovered that not just the eyes, but the hands and heads of some of the servitors were now shaking too. It was as if the mechanized servants were overcome with some primordial terror. We shall announce the decision. I really was hoping that Dogmatic would be down here. Yeah, send the servitors back to toil as they had toiled before, for they had not yet paid their dues for crimes of their past lives, and thus did not deserve clemency. In the Lord's Captain orders, the servitors were returned to the decks where they had worked before. The crew was initially unnerved by the presence, but adapted to their quirks soon enough, especially since, following the incident in question, there was a noticeable reduction in the servitors' strange behavior. With the fate of the defective servitors decided, nothing could now distract the Lord Captain from her mission. That shit is cool, dude. It's like his logbook. The game just keeps getting better. Seriously. Have you ever heard the name Fiery Reckoning? Thinks for a moment, pursing his lips in concentration. I'm afraid it's not immediately familiar to me, your ladyship. Please allow me a moment. He starts rapidly tapping on a screen of his data slate. I say, House Von Valencius did indeed sign a contract with the owners of a vessel with the designation Fiery Reckoning. There are transactions, records of the ship picking up cargo from Kiva Gamma. Well, this is odd. The data login's there. Apparently the ship had some interactions with one of the workshops on your industrial world. I beg your pardon, your ladyship, but that is the extent of the assistance that I can provide in regards to this particular matter. Yes, hang my portrait instead. It will be done, your ladyship. Okay. Bows obsequiously. What the? I've heard that word so many times, but I do not know what it actually means. And you know what I love even more? The fact that I'm playing video games and I feel like I'm 15 again, like learning vocabulary. It's fucking amazing. Excessively eager. Okay, good. Pleased to obey. Okay, good. What was it like working with Theodora? Oh, now that's a tricky question, your ladyship. Do you ask it of everyone, knowing they risk losing their head should they let slip a careless remark about your predecessor? I shall put it thus. Working with Lady Theodora was never boring and always profitable. The Imperium has billions of subjects. Trillions of subjects. but very few do what they love and what they are best suited to. I would say Lady Theodora was one of the fortunate ones. She was a model rogue trader, and she surrounded herself with those who excelled at and loved their work. Hers was a rare talent indeed. And what do you think of my fellow crew? Keeping tabs on your subordinates? A wise move. Tell me who interests you, and I shall endeavor to be as honest as possible. His eyes lights up, obviously eager to speak his mind. See what I mean? It's a fucking game, dude! Tell me about the Seneschal. Lady Theodora managed to do what even the Imperial Navy could not. Teach Master Wereshan to carry out orders that he fundamentally disagrees with. I do not know what method she used, but the result is impressive. Having said that, there is something else you need to know, Lord Captain. Your Seneschal is capable of being something far greater than a mere conduit of your will. He possessed the cunning and expertise to run the Protectorate passably whenever Lady Theodora was away, and that is really saying something. Keep an eye on that old officer, I say, or alternatively, turn him into a faithful ally. And what is your opinion of our former Master of Whispers? I hope I never see him set foot aboard this vessel again, not even as a servitor. Ooh, wouldn't that be a fate? Although, he would be able to at least do some good that way. Someone has to clean the latrines, after all. The Factum's bloated face grew stern. He gave us all quite a fright on that ill-fated day, Lord Captain. And still, to speak candidly, I never enjoyed Master Voigtveer's company. But I believed him to be a man who knew how to do his job. Regretfully, I was mistaken. It turned out that Conrad lacked the most important quality for a Master of Whispers: unwavering loyalty to the rogue trader. And his failing came to light in the most deplorable manner. And what about the Voxmaster? Yes, the Voidborn. You know, in my family, we used such creatures as quarry whenever we went hunting. Mutants are the bane of humanity. An unseen tumor that threatens to end us all. But I digress. In the brief time Ptolemy has spent in post as Voxmaster, I have not noticed any significant flaws in her character or anything that would make me question her professional qualities. Needless to say, she is very diligent, as is any Voidborn seeking to earn their master's affection. I believe you can trust her skills and her loyalty. What a racist asshole. I want to know more about the people who buy our plunder. Of course, Lord Captain. Who interests you the most exactly? We most often deal with the followers of St. Drusus, the Explorators, the Casbalica Mission, or Emperor Forgive Us, Fellowship of the Void. What do the followers of St. Drusus acquire? The Drusians still hope to bring the Kronos Expanse into the warm embrace of the faith, just as their flock hopes to receive the aid of the Drusian missionaries. Each crate of food, shipment of clothes, or box of medicine marked with your seal is a sign the rogue trader herself believes in the sect's future success. In my Only War RP, my dude was a Drusian cultist. Absolutely. Reverend Harmonious is the first among the Drusians and is most often seen in Footfall's grand atrium. A gloomy fellow, but some almost believe him to be a saint. And the Explorators? Members of the Explorator Cognizance fleet, which is roaming the Kronos Expanse for a good while now. Omnissiah knows what they are hoping to find, but their acolytes regularly show up on inhabited worlds, seeking bits of sacred knowledge, tracking down mechanical relics, and sniffing out Xeno artifacts, if truth be told. Supposedly, they want to save the ignorant rabble from corruption. A tech priest named Opticon 22 does business with us on the fleet's behalf. He can be found in the docks at Footfall. And what about the Casbalica? Masters of the cold trade, immoral criminals, and notorious crooks to the last man. The mission is but one branch of the mafia gang that has taken root in the Calixus sector. Excuse me. You can do business with them as long as you take the necessary precautions. They are led by Vladea